Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Stacy Lee's Life with Cerebral Palsy. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload new videos. And please make sure you share, like, and comment if you can. And I say if you can because some of my videos, the comments are turned off. Others are turned on, so some of my videos you are able to comment, others you are not. So let me tell you a little bit about why I started my channel. As you guys know from the title of my YouTube channel, it is called Stacy Lee's Life with Cerebral Palsy, and the reason for that is because I myself have cerebral palsy. So I wanted to share a little piece of me with all of you because I get a lot of questions on what it's like for me to live with cerebral palsy on a daily basis. So I figured instead of getting mad about it because I get questioned about it pretty much on a daily basis from total strangers. So again, I wanted to share my life, a little piece of my life with you guys on what it's like for me as an individual to live with cerebral palsy, and in the hopes of helping someone out there understand what it's like, because a lot of people have a misconception just because you have a disability means that you can't do anything. In some cases that is true, but in other cases that is not true. And for me, that is not true. And the reason I say in some cases that is true because some people with cerebral palsy need help 24/7. But that does not mean that they don't understand what you're saying or can't talk just because they need help 24/7 and not being able to talk doesn't mean that they don't understand what you're saying. Just because they can't verbalize what you're saying to them, it does not mean that they cannot talk. I cannot speak for other people that have cerebral palsy. I can only speak for myself. And so I figured I would share a piece of me with you guys. So I told you guys in a previous video that I wanted to give you my final thoughts on the surgery that I had for my knee fusion. And that is because I've had people ask me what I felt before I went in and after it was all said and done, how I felt afterwards, emotionally and physically. So I'm going to share that with you now. How I felt going into my knee surgery. I was very, very frustrated, and the reason for that is because it took me fighting for my doctors to listen to me, because everybody thinks, because again I have cerebral palsy, it means that I can't think for myself. I can't do things for myself. So I had to do extra fighting to get my doctor to realize that there was something wrong with my knee. And of course, after 3 years of going back and forth to specialists, getting knee injections, they finally realized that the knee injections wasn't working. Nothing that they tried wasn't working, because they were not listening to me, in the sense of I already knew what was wrong, so I knew every procedure that they were going to try was not going to work for me. So the only option that I had was the knee surgery. And again, guys, as I told you in my previous videos, I do not like surgeries at all. I have really bad anxiety with my knee or with any surgeries, because I've been in and out of hospital all my life, going through surgeries. So it sucks for me when I have to go have any type of procedure done. I've always been scared that something is going to go wrong. And though I don't show it at the time, I just let it build up, because I never really had anybody be there for me afterwards, as far as when the emotional part came. So I just automatically want to bail out, even though I know that it needs to be done. I try to think of different options that I can do to get out of having the surgery, but I knew that every option that we tried wasn't going to work, and here's why. Because I had, one, broke my knee. 2, I was losing cartilage in my knee. So on July 30th, after they did the MRI and realized that I broke my knee, July 30th, I went in to have a knee fusion. First, he wanted to do a knee replacement, but then he realized you're too young to do a knee replacement. Then he had talked about just putting a metal rod in my leg to make it straight. And I say to make it straight because anytime I didn't bend it, it didn't bother me. As soon as I bent it, it bothered me. But then he didn't want to do that, because he said that if he had to take it out for some reason, it was going to be a pain to take it out. So then we opted to do a knee fusion, and that's what we went with. So I have screws in my knee, so that means I can no longer bend my left leg. And guys, yes, I am still healing from that. And let me tell you, it was a painful for months that I had to wear a fixator that was driving me up a wall because you can't sleep. You have to stick a pillow between your legs to sleep, because if you don't and you try to roll on your side, there is bars that dig into your leg that's not operated on. So that was extremely uncomfortable for me. When I first got home from the hospital, first couple of days, all I did was cry because it was so painful. And not because the surgery didn't work. I felt a difference like the day after he did it. The painful part was just healing from the surgery, and I am still healing from the surgery. I have to wear a brace every day, but I can take this one off. The fixator, I had to, when he took it off November 26th, I had to go in for surgery for him to take it off. And so I am still battling with the pain. It's not as painful as it was. Now, the part that I regret getting done for the 4 months that I had the fixator on, I could not go anywhere. Because again, I couldn't bend my legs, so I couldn't fit in anybody's vehicle other than my cousin's, because his seat reclined back. And that's the only way that I could fit in somebody's vehicle. So anywhere I needed to go, I had to get my cousin to come take me. So that was a little bit of a nuisance because I was interrupting his life, trying to do what I had to do. Other than that, for 4 months straight, I stayed in bed 24/7. And again, guys, as I said before, I am absolutely grateful that I got this surgery done. But do I recommend getting this surgery done? Absolutely not. I had no choice but to get it done because I broke my knee. So if you are thinking about getting a knee fusion done, and if you don't have to get it done, don't do it, because you are going to be in so much pain. And now after I got the fixator off, I noticed that, like, if I'm out for a long period of time and I'm sitting in my wheelchair at night when I try to sleep, I wake up because I'm having muscle spasms and it's very painful. And the cold bothers my knee. Now I can't feel the middle of my knee because he cut the nerve of the sensation of losing the feeling in your knee. It feels like you have 100-pound weight on your leg, even though there's nothing there. When I touch it, I can feel the sensation from there, or when I'm laying on my side and I touch my knee with my other leg, it literally feels like 100-pound piece of cardboard sitting on my leg. There's no other way to describe what it feels like. So the only part that I feel really is the sides of my knee, which is on the out. outer part of my knee. And that's exactly what I'm feeling. Now, every once in a while, I can feel the middle part of my knee. And when I feel that, it feels like electricity is just shooting from my foot to my knee. And it hurts really bad. But 80% of the time, I cannot feel the middle part of my knee. So I hope this has helped answer some of your questions about my surgery and how I'm doing as far as emotional goes. I'm still working on that. It's getting better, but in the beginning it was a real power struggle for me because I don't like asking for help, and I still have to ask for help, but I still try to do what I have to do. So if, again guys, if you don't have to get this done, take it from a person that got it done. Don't get it done. Now, I was told not to get it done, but what people didn't realize is I had no choice. It had to be fixed. So when I had no choice, I had to do what I had to do, and that was to get my knee fixed. Because I wasn't going to go through that pain anymore. And as I told you guys before, I'm used to dealing with pain, but this pain was unbearable. When I say I'm used to dealing with pain, I deal with pain on a daily basis because I have 2 metal rods in my back. So I deal with pain on a daily basis. But I couldn't deal with this pain anymore, and that was because I had broke my knee. There was a little piece of bone that had broke off my knee, minus me losing cartilage in my knee. So he fixed it, and hopefully I will still continue to recover. It's going to be a slow process, but I'm getting there. So again, thanks for watching. And if you have not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell, and make sure you hit that like button if it has helped you. And if you can comment on this video, please throw me some video ideas that you want to see, and I will do my best to make it happen. If you cannot comment, go over to my Instagram. I will link my Instagram in the description below, so you can go follow me over there if you cannot comment on this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.